How's it going? I I've been thinking about the news lately, and it's highly charged. It's hard for me to have a conversation with anybody. Either I'm more charged than they are, or they're more charged than I am. But we're charged up for various reasons. Some of it is a lot of fictitious stories about what's actually happening in elections or cancel culture or QAnon, and all the lies and the truth are rolled together as politics these days. Now, the news is more likely running us. We're constantly streaming it in our minds or on our phones, and it's creating a shared mentality. Either we're all into the left, or all into the right, or we're all out. As Americans, we live in a shared home. America. Not everyone in my own home, my own house, gets along all the time, but we got to try. So let's pull up a chair to the kitchen table in what I call House of Spin. And at this kitchen table, we've had too much coffee and we're ready to bite off more than we can chew. When things get tough, I've seen it. Many seek the deep roots of fire and brimstone, like a rock of Gibraltar to stand firm on and slow it all down. And that's not the complete case these days. The old fire and brimstoners can be even more radical and ridiculous than the most liberal of liberals. Things are changing, and this is what change feels like. At the same time, this shit's been happening for freaking ever. Will Rogers says good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment. But one thing we do know, the systems in America are all broken. I mean, just about all of them. We're trying to put it together, and when we try to put it back together, it's like insisting on candles after electricity was invented. So, what is the process of changing these systems? What'll it take? I, for one, would like to have the conversation and do my part. And some of us are really ready to let go of the old normal, and some simply are not ready. That's due to the fact, as you know, they're still benefiting from the old. They're ignorant of what the old or new is, because it hasn't been phrased that way on their TV. And many of us are angry at chosen representatives, and it takes up all of our energy and time. So what can we do to help align with the new? Each week in House of Spin, we gather around to discuss topics that can keep any of us up at night. Not enough money, work has changed since COVID, family, health care for you, grandma, the dog, the news. Everything's changing, and we'll talk about these things with order, though, so topics will be announced ahead of time, and we'll have monthly speakers to come in and help relay some information that can be helpful. What is becoming real to us, though, it's clear as a bell that we're too big to be spoon-fed the news or the truth. So what news are you being fed? I would like to hear where you're getting your news as well. The real power is not in red or blue, or who's in charge this round. It's in community. This is why grassroots has been so successful of late. 245 years ago, the Declaration of Independence was signed, and now we know community reflects the use of real power, which is interdependence. I mean, what if we had a Declaration of Interdependence? I'm seeing our song, national anthem, changed, so it could be time to change a lot more things. Just bring it to the table. It's relevant, real conversations about forward moving in this clunky time. And all of this happens on a Monday night. It's going to be fun, I think. It'll be invigorating. I invite you to pull up a chair at the kitchen table in House of Spin Monday evenings, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 Central. Cost is $5, and you can pay through Eventbrite. It's easy to do, and you get the Zoom link. I'll post the link for Eventbrite around here somewhere. And as Ann Richards says, if you aren't at the table, you're on the menu. I don't want to find out if I'm on the menu. I got a lot of things to say, and I'm sure you do too. So let's buckle up and take on this challenge, because 2021 is, I guess, the reckoning. No, we have to make some decisions on how to move forward and do it together. If you're like me, I've watched a number of elections. Left is in charge, right is in charge, and every time it's a pendulum, they take everything out the other one did. We're not getting anywhere. So let's have some informed conversations and see what we can do. There is stuff we can do. So I look forward to seeing you on Monday night at House of Spin. See you there.